Okay, good evening, good morning to some of you guys who are watching this post. My name is Donovan Sadiq. I am the Inland Empire Informer, and I am back from my hiatus being in the Far East. And I'm going to tell a lot of people out there, stop talking about it, just go and do it because life is too short. So, had a great time, enjoyed myself, but now it's time to get right back to business. I will be going into City Hall tomorrow and looking for my disc in regards to the skate park and regards to the amphitheater. As we already know from the other people that have been digging out the truth, there is no signed agreements or anything in regards to that project. So we're going to be looking at that, and I will be taking a lot of this information and taking it down to the district attorney. But as we know, Ito contributes to the district attorney, and as we know, candidates are working for their donors. So if that does not work, I will then go to a higher plateau and go to the state attorney general and put this information on their desk and see what they're going to do about it, because we are sick and tired of all this stuff being rammed down our throats. This is not about being against stuff for children. I am one of the first people that have been saying since I was a child here, we need something in Moreno Valley for the youth rather than walking around aimlessly and vandalizing people's property. So, and I prove that by working with the golf course developer, Eric, and helping bring in a Boys and Girls Club. Like I said, I'm not going to take credit for that because my name is not Gutierrez. I don't take credit for things that I didn't do. I did help in that. I did cover it. I did make sure my views were seen. But what I really want to talk to you guys about is a lot of you guys are not going to be able to make these debates for whatever your reasons are, be it work, be it family events. And one of the reasons why I started what I'm doing right now is the simple fact that Moreno Valley is not informed. We are a commuting city. Most of you guys commute, so you're not going to make all the things. And even if you do make it, you're going to be too tired to go. So what we're going to try to do is invite all of the candidates to come out onto the show, and we're just going to chat it up and see what they're going to do. And if you guys know, in my show, you could either email, call, or even text in, because we're going to be live when we do it. In some cases, because what it is to not scare candidates away, it's pretty much their format, their time. I'm not going to let them get away with any bullshit. But you know, if they just want to put out a message out there and not go live, and have their, it's their time and to get their message out and advertise what they're going to do. If it's total bullshit, you guys know me, I'm not going to put that out. So they can forget that, and they're wasting their time. We want to hear what they're going to do. We want to hear real questions from people that are not just in support of that person, but a person that is against it. Have you guys noticed that when idiot Mayor Gutierrez has a town hall, nobody is against anything that he's doing? He is just so ultra 100% popular, which is total bullshit. I do hope Leroy Holt comes out and put his message out. It's just, I had to laugh when I was in Japan, and he goes and shows up to an event that I didn't think he was going to show up at, but somebody must have told them that I wasn't in town, and he shows up at the event, and once again, Leroy Al Bundy Holt, because I saw snippets of it, all he can talk about is football. Then he talks about if he talks about the youth, it's like, well, I'm for the youth. If you were for the youth, Mr. Holt, I did not see you at one meeting in regards to the Boys and Girls Club, and you supposedly live here in Moreno Valley. Really? So anyway, you guys, first person up, and I'm going to tell you this. I will give any candidate some respect to come on the show. And if you talk to previous candidates that have come on the show, it isn't as bad as you think. I'm just not going to let you get away with any bullshit. So anybody that comes on the show, a big props up to. And first up is Dr. Carla Thornton. She's running in District 2. She has met the challenge. She ain't backing down. As you guys know, she is also a Air Force veteran. So that means she is pretty tough, and that also means she's pretty smart. And being a smart person, one of the things you need to do is come on my show and let's address some of the issues that are going on in your district. Some of the things I want to know about from Ms. Thornton is, why are you running? Tell us a little about your Air Force career. What are you going to do for the veterans? That's an interest that I'm interested in. And what are your thoughts on these warehouses, and where do we go from here? If we're going to be divesting all our baskets in warehouses, what do you do when the robots come in and they get rid of the human factor inside of a warehouse? So those are some of the questions I'm going to have. That's going to happen actually on October 3rd. October 3rd, mark your calendars, between 1 and 3 p.m. The good thing about this podcast, if you cannot listen to it live, you can go to the link and download it. And everybody knows I don't delete things unless you're a Evan Moron or a Raul Sanchez and you try to take over the narrative. I don't have time for all that. You're going to be deleted and out of there. But the link is going to remain up there. So if you were doing a family outing and you wanted to hear what Dr. Thornton or any of these candidates have to say, it's always going to be there for you to refer to. When you're in that voting booth and you're stuck between a certain candidate and a certain candidate, listen to that podcast, and that might be the difference between this person or that person. I'm going to be here doing what I do. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm back home. There's nothing like being in Southern California. The weather is beautiful here, a lot of humidity over there. I'm going to tell anybody, please, 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 travel, and see how other people live in. Because I'm going to tell you what, when I came back here and I landed at LAX, I looked around compared to what China and what Japan has. And some of you guys that are on my personal page saw a little bit of Tokyo and what it is. And one of the comments was, wow, it's so clean there. They have ordinance where people don't smoke. Everything is organized, and this is a democracy. And then in China, it's pretty much the same way. I come back here, and you land at LAX, and you start driving away from LAX, and it looks like Escape from New York. Very sad. And if you care anything about Moreno Valley and the Inland Empire, that's exactly what's happening here. And you live here. I'm Donovan Sadiq. I'm the Inland Empire Informer. You have just now been informed. Buckle up. Brace for impact.